Greetings, guitarists of America. I'm Xeno Makes Music, and I am your host of GFAtv. GFAtv is an incredible learning opportunity. It's entertainment, it's fun, and it's about guitar. So when I was offered the position to host, of course I said yes, and here we are. Over the past couple weeks, we had an ongoing meme competition, and we're going to announce the winners and talk about some of the memes on the show. And then I also have a very nervous interview with Martha Masters. Martha Masters is the president of Guitar, the president of the Guitar Foundation of America, and we have a little conversation about things like how to play in an ensemble, what desert island pieces Martha would take with her, and just how to be a better guitarist and team player in general. First things first though, let's figure out that meme contest. Take it away, Zeno and John. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, cats, and squirrels, the time has finally come for our GFA meme competition. Guitarists from every corner of the globe have crafted, with love and care, their best memes, and now it is time that For the Classical Guitarist and I review your lovely, lovely creations. So, I'm here with John, aka For the Classical Guitarist. You want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Hey guys, thank you so much, Zeno, for having me on this first and new exciting episode of the reamping, I guess, GFAtv. So as Zeno said, my name is John. I run an Instagram page that hopefully some of you guys follow. If you don't, I'm going to go ahead and throw in a shameless plug. Go follow For the Classical Guitarist on Instagram, where I post classical guitar memes, classical guitar humor, and just things I find interesting about the classical guitar that I want to share with people and other fellow classical guitarists.
Over the past couple of weeks, we've gotten a lot of memes. Now it's our job to look at all of them. We're going to talk a little bit about the memes, what makes them funny, and then we're going to rate them from 0 to 6 strings. Okay, so our first one comes from David Sewell Guitar, and it's Martha Masters, as in PGA Masters. You can see she's on the green with her guitar. If you don't know, Martha Masters is our GFA president. John, what do you think about this?
I think, one big thing with memes that happens to me is when they're clever. It's something that I wouldn't think of.
There is very high effort in this meme, so David, I commend you for that. What do we want to give this out of 6 strings? It's a strong start.
Guys, this competition is starting off to a great start. Honestly, I would go ahead and give this one right away easily a 3 or 4 strings out of 6. Honestly, it made me
3
laugh.
or 4 strings out of 6. Yeah,
it made me laugh. I wasn't blown away, but I was definitely like, wow, this is clever, and there was some effort. It's a fair, I think, 1.5 for effort, 1.5 for the creativity behind it.
For sure, perfect. Let's go on to the next one.
So coming up next, we have this photo of the great San Francisco Terrigo, born in 1852 and died in 1902. What I love about this one is I love how they made him look like the most basic San Francisco hipster, with a beanie, the mustache. And he also has the most basic knockoff hipster beer in the corner, in a bottle, can, and a cup. He's going all out with this.
Yeah. No, it's perfect.
He has the infinity scarf or whatever too. So David definitely stepped it up for this one, I would say. He took both masters and took it to the next level of having another play on words with great figures in the classical guitar realm.
It's perfect. We have a meme contest. We might have to have a meme masterclass with David at this point.
That is true. Meme masterclass too. That would be...
Right. So I got that alliteration there. So what would you give this meme out of 6 strings?
It's definitely superior to the previous one with Martha Masters, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4 out of 6, honestly.
I'm going to give this one 5 strings out of 6. I enjoyed it.
It's getting hard to beat. Okay.
Yeah. It's a good one. It's a really good one. Strong start.
Strong start for David.
This is my favorite meme, and this will be my 6. I'm just saying it right out the gate. This smile with the 2021 GFA winner. Wasn't that just a meme contest? And then the glasses. That's my favorite one, and I'm giving it a 6 because I just think it's so iconic. It's my favorite one. So that's my 6. What about you?
So for this one, I would definitely give it a 5 out of 6. I think it's very funny. I think if this one is by chance to win, or even in the top 5, top 3 of what we think should win, I honestly think we should have this meme be part of the contest winner. You know what I mean? We should just, whoever wins, we should just Photoshop their face on Lockhart's face. And
Right.
maybe Photoshop Martha Masters on Harry's thing.
That-
Because the thing is also that's totally something. If you guys think about the movies, that's totally something Gilderoy Lockhart would do. Is he would take a photo with like the actual president of the GFA, being like, "Smile with the GFA
Right.
winner," and she's just like, "Wait, wasn't that just some contest that like we did for fun?" So I would give that one a 5 out of 6. Definitely, it's very funny. It definitely sums up the whole thing. I like how he has like I don't know if this is actually part of the original template or not, but he has like the glasses on the eyes and like the close up. So speaking of ones that really stood out to you, this one while looking through it, this one stood out to me. This one's also by Jacob from Memes for Classical Guitarists. It's the one with the finger extensions. This is the one that just popped up, I think, towards like the last. I'm looking at it now, only a few hours ago. And I don't know if you follow Chipson USA at all, like that electric guitar page.
yeah,
I think those photos they do are hilarious. I think they're so good. Finally, it's like hit those big stretches, and then it's like now you can play. And then down here it's like now you can to play this. And it's like the Chacona video. It's like so subtle.
Right.
It's like, even Segovia uses it. And it has like an arrow, and it's clearly photoshopped.
For the cheap price of only 16 ergo plays and a wee bit of dignity.
I love like the small font, the wee bit of dignity. So guys, for me, that would definitely be a 6. Only because there's just like it's just jam packed with like inside jokes. You don't have to get all of them, but the more you get, the more you laugh. And in the caption here, he's just like, "This is it, boys."
You know, I'm gonna give this a 6 as well, because so I actually didn't see this one before, and I think it has a little bit of everything. So I'm also going to give this one a 6.
So this guy.
Here's why. Because it has all sorts of inside humor where, okay, first of all, the idea is ridiculous. So anyone who has held a guitar would find it funny, I hope, right? I like how it has that Segovian humor. That sheet music of the chaconne adds that perfect bit of, you know, if you know, you know, and the ergo plays. And I love the fine print of a wee bit of dignity. I think it really is a good one. So congratulations. You are our first 12 as of right now. We've given a lot of high scores, and you know there are a lot of memes out there, but I don't think it's right that we decide who wins this contest. I think we should leave it up to the people. What do you think?
Yeah, you know, I think you guys should decide. Anyone who's watching this video, whether you made a meme, whether you have a friend that made a meme, whether you just like memes, you guys should go ahead and vote. We're gonna go ahead and throw our top. What do you think, Xeno? How many should we pick?
I think we should just do our top. I'll pick my favorite, you pick your favorite, and then everyone will get to pick between one of the two.
Alright, so guys, we're going to leave up to our top 2, and you guys get to go ahead and vote on which one you think is the rightful winner of the first GFA meme competition 2021.
So what was your favorite meme? What's your submission? We are going to go head to head, John versus Xeno, meme winner. I guess. Pick your fighter.
We're gonna vote. I'm gonna choose my champion. I'm gonna choose the finger extensions by Meme for the Classical Guitarists. Like I said, I just think there's so much subtlety to this one. I think that I love how there's kind of something for everyone. Like kind of like what you said, before. It has the chaconne excerpt for the really niche people. It has the basic thing with Segovia having his pinky being extended. It has the cheap price of only 16 Ego plays. And I do appreciate the subtlety and also in the creation. I do appreciate how everything is a different font and a different color as well.
It's good.
Very good. That one's definitely a 6 for me. And I'm going to go ahead and stand by this one. How about you?
Well, as a GFA content creator and a lover of all things GFA, I have to pick the meta Smile with the 2021 GFA winner. That's my champion. I'm submitting that. These are going to go head to head on an Instagram poll. I want you to vote on which one your favorite is. The winner is going to be the winner of our GFA swag. It's gonna be great. Well, John, it was an absolute pleasure to review memes with you, and even though I had seen some of them already, looking at them again with you was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Definitely. I think sharing the haha, as we've been saying, is definitely part of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Getting to just talk about what you appreciate about it. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with music. I mean, I think that's kind of the cool connect I've been seeing is like memes, guys, believe it or not, is an art, just like your guitar playing. So treat your playing with art and treat your memes like art, and you guys will be good memers and good guitar players.
Check out For the Classical Guitarist on Instagram, on YouTube. He's doing a lot of great stuff, keeping this community alive. So, yeah, anyways, John, I will catch you later on, okay?
All right. Thank you again, Xeno, and I look forward to finding out who the winner is.
Hello, and welcome back. Why did I just do that? I'd like to say sorry. We had so many submissions, and we could only talk about so few because we were kind of chatty. And even though we recorded a lot of memes, I could only show a couple. I'm under a time crunch. I hope you understand. But if you saw a meme that you loved and wasn't featured, comment which one it was below, and I'll check it out. Anyways, now to the interview with Martha. Hello, everybody, and good evening. We are here at the president of the guitar's house, the White House of Guitar, I guess you could say. I'm joined by Martha Masters, and today we're going to talk a little bit about guitar, music, and just kind of your life and where you're at.
President of the Guitar Foundation of America, but thank you very much, President of the Guitar. Makes me sound so much more important, but it's a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you.
Of course, of course. So today I'm going to ask you a lot of questions just kind of about where you're at, some musical things, tastes, and we'll just kind of go from there, see what sticks, and hopefully you at home get a nice idea of who Martha is and what she's all about. So do you know the game Desert Island, where like, you know, you're on a, I don't have to explain.
Yes,
but for viewers at home, basically, if Martha and I were on a deserted island, we could take certain things with us. We're gonna talk about guitar repertoire, the Desert Island edition. So if you could only bring 3 pieces of guitar music with you, what would you bring?
Oh, this is difficult. Okay, so for sure Bach. Bach has to be there. Desert Island, and this is challenging because I often say that my favorite piece of Bach is the Prelude, Fugue, and Allegro. But I feel like on a desert island, I might eventually want something more substantial, meatier, because I like really meaty things. Okay. And I think there's plenty of meat in that fugue, but there's more meat in the third violin sonata. So I'm going third violin sonata of Bach. And then frankly, I could choose 3 pieces of Bach and just be done with it, but I'm going to try and be more interesting than that. So I'm going to say, let's balance that with, I'm a big fan of Roland Dyens, and I enjoy very much so many of his things. I enjoy a lot of his arrangements, but I want to pick one of his pieces. And so this is a complex one for me, but I'm actually going to choose his Letter to Julia Florida, which I think is this beautiful, kind of twist on a classic. So I get a little bit of double dipping there. I get a little bit of Dyens, a little bit of Barrios. So I'm cheating a little bit with that one.
That's okay.
That's okay?
And double dipping, I mean, isn't really, like, I don't think it was ever okay. But now that we're in a pandemic.
It's not in COVID, but yeah.
That's extra bad.
It's a germ-free double dipping.
Perfect.
Though,
it's a musical double dip.
Yeah, exactly. I think that should be permitted.
I think so.
Yeah. And then a final choice. I mean, this is really going to be difficult for me, but I'm going to go something Piazzolla, and I think it has to be something rockin'. This is a tricky one for me. I might have to switch to Rodrigo. You know what? I'm going to switch. I love Piazzolla, but I'm going to switch and I'm going to go Sonata Giacosa, Rodrigo, because it's just fun. It's just fun.
It's a good piece.
Thank you.
It's a really good piece. Do you have a favorite movement?
No, I mean, it's just all outer movements, right? Like I'm generally a slow movement. Like I fawn over slow movements. Yeah. But in the Rodrigo, it's the outer, it's the dance. So
for any aspiring guitarists who want to play slow, what are your slow playing tips? How do you make someone a better slow guitarist?
Yeah, I remember I had this conducting teacher when I was a doctoral student. He was in like 85 or so at the time that he was teaching me. And he said, "You young people," and mind you, I was by far the youngest person in the class. There were like 40-year-olds in the class. "You young people don't know how to play slow." And it really, I think it is a challenge. I think the biggest tip for playing well slowly is to breathe. Because if we're really connecting breath to when to play a note, it's much harder to play it early. And that's the thing that for me bothers me when I'm hearing someone kind of push through a piece, that they're just not sitting back with it. It's usually that they're not breathing. And that's actually, I randomly pulled up that quote from my conducting teacher just because whenever I think about slow music, I laugh and think of him. But really, I think where I learned most how to play slow music, two things, was one in conducting, and the other was in chamber music with wind players, right?
Sure.
Because they really have to use breath to create sound. And I learned so much from playing primarily with flutists, was my experience. But really watching how they use breath to control creation of sound taught me a lot. And I think it influenced my solo playing in ways that I couldn't have predicted, actually.
Guitar ensembles, like, what's your experience playing and leading guitar ensemble, and how do you think someone can be a better ensemble guitarist as opposed to soloist? It's like this sort of, in logic class, they always talk about this idea of the logical fallacy, where if you have a great solo singer and you get together a bunch of great solo singers, they make a great choir, which isn't always true, right?
It's such a different aesthetic than being a soloist. So first of all, you have to, this sounds obvious, but let me just say from years of experience teaching it, this is often underestimated. You have to know your part.
Yeah.
And I said that with a little bit of bitterness in my voice because I'm so frustrated as an ensemble teacher with people coming in not knowing their parts, right?
They
like,
just don't think it's important.
Yeah, that's like step number one. If your part's not learned, again, I have to drop the bitterness.
Yeah, sure. No, it's okay.
But it's step number one, right? So if we don't know your parts, we really can't work on how we work together. And we don't learn parts together. We learn parts individually, and we come together to make decisions musically. So step number one is to do your own work outside, so that when we come together, we can do what we're trying to do. And what makes that really interesting is learning to listen to the other person. If you don't know your part well enough, you can't really listen to the other person. Yeah. So you really have to be solid and secure with yourself. It's like in a relationship, you can't be a good partner to your mate if you're not good with yourself, right? So we have to be good with our part before we can really listen and respond to the person that we're making music with, right? And then we also have to not be a jerk when we hear something in our partner that we'd like to do differently, right? Because maybe they just kind of had a bad moment. Maybe they're doing something differently with their own vision that's just different than yours. So finding ways to communicate that are respectful, I think, is one of the biggest challenges of ensemble making. And also not being afraid to say when you have a thought. This is also another problem that happens. Sometimes people swallow an idea because they don't want to offend. They don't know how to say something. So I think, number one, be prepared. Number two, learn to communicate compassionately. And then number three, my goodness, there's just so much room for fun, right? So choosing the right repertoire that allows your ensemble, at whatever place they may be, to succeed. And that goes for solo players as well. But, really making sure that you're able to play it well enough to be flexible so that you can have musical freedom to experiment as an ensemble, which is like the most glorious thing.
Like, what's your number one, if you were to take a picture right now, serious, what's your go-to? That's a good one. That's a really good one. I've always been like this. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like if I was to do one, I would be like, no, that's so I feel like
I was just laughing at you trying to be serious. I think the post was okay.
I can't do it.
No, not right now. It's too late. Yeah.
I can't do it. I really can't. So a silly one?
Oh, a silly one. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you could even do it, but one of these,
Oh, that's a classic. The violin.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your go-to like duo pose?
Duo pose. Okay. So you could try and do symmetrical, like where we like, you know, okay, then your guitar has to go that way.
Oh, okay.
And
so I
then
gotta
we,
be like the.
We lean in.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like the back-to-back, James
yeah.
Bond style, works too, you know? Like prom pictures, basically. You know?
Oh, yeah.
We just need corsage and boutonniere. You know?
We have to work on that, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Well, it's been a pleasure. And
Likewise.
yeah, we'll see you on the other side. Bye. Well, guys, there you have it. With that interview closed and that meme contest done, that was our first episode of GFAtv. I have a lot of crazy adventures planned, but this first episode was just kind of to get the ball rolling. So we tested a little meme competition setting and an interview. But yeah, anyways, if there's anything you'd like to know about Martha that you feel like I didn't cover in our interview, do reach out to me. I will ask her myself and then let you know the answer to your question. Let us have no meme go unnoticed. But in the meantime, take care, guys. Bye-bye. The coming season of GFAtv is going to have a lot of crazy adventures, so I suggest you hit that subscribe button and press the bell to be notified of all of my crazy adventures. We have one episode coming out on the 15th of every month and another episode on the 30th. Each episode is going to have different guitar misadventures and fun moments with me and a lot of my guitar playing friends, so stay tuned for those.